Hey, kids. You're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast. Prepare for the SML Podcast.
Wow, Moobot says that about me and D's nuts? Damn, I thought that was just like Thimber or something.
No, Moobot. Just randomly, it will say that. Or if you just type love,
me
I believe.
Or anybody.
Exclamation love. Yep, there we go. You can been D's nuts.
What the fuck? Hate this place.
Take it up with HR.
There's no HR here.
Yes, there is.
We actually determined earlier that there is.
I'm HR.
You're going to like the answer.
I am.
HR?
Yep.
That's... I don't think I'm going to get a fair hearing on this.
No, you're not. So, what's up, everyone? This is the SML Podcast. I'm your host, Joe. Jacob's here, Bri's here, Aki's here. How is everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Everyone has the... Why does everyone have the giggles?
Because of pre-show stuff, you should be here, folks. But we have determined that I am HR for this group. Yes, yeah, I am me, the worst person on the planet. Definitely HR, yes.
Actually, no, that tracks, really.
Yes, it does.
I mean, Jacob's the social media manager, so...
Oh, yeah.
That should tell you enough.
All I do is just shit post half the time. Although I did get a podcast post up today. So
wow,
go me!
Isn't being the PR person and doing shit posts isn't like the best part of the job? Is specifically doing that?
Actually, the best part of the job is the free games. And then,
but that's for reviewing, dipshit.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true. I mean the shit posting is a great thing because it really makes me wonder like how much devs really pay attention to like the crap that I post on there, because I mean already with outright games, you know, I've got the gritty fuck around and find out avatar and they're just like, yeah, that's cool. So I don't know.
I want my job
I'm guessing they haven't noticed, and you keep bringing it up, and they're eventually going to notice.
No, they're never going to notice. Either that, or else they're just going to be like, that Jacob, he's such a rascal.
Yeah, I liken all the stupid shit Jacob does for the PR stuff as that, you know, those people who run all of the fast food ones and are just assholes, which are fantastic. You know, the ones we all know and love.
Wait,
and by that, I don't remember any of them.
Have you actually looked at the Facebook page?
Yes.
And you enjoy my work? My curation?
If I say yes, will it end this conversation?
No.
Then no. Now that is the conversation.
All right, as you were, Joe.
I hate you all, except Bri. Bri, you're good. Thank you for being here.
I wanted to say I feel like my job here should be the office social director who helps like, you know, plan birthday parties and bring cake and like gets people together to play games and stuff. Can that be my
shit,
job?
If I get cake, yes, you're hired.
All right, let's do it.
HR approves. I get cake. I'm good.
So, should we talk about news? There was a whole lot of news this past week. Because it's Summer Game Fest.
I took notes on literally every game.
I took notes
on a lot of things.
Took notes on Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Showcase. I figure we could start with those two, and then we'll go into what you two have to tail on to that. But let's start with Summer Game Fest.
Wait, what do you mean you two? What about my
Did you take notes, Jacob?
No.
Exactly.
Okay, then us too, motherfucker.
But still, you know, I have opinions about things.
Yeah, you're still.
But are any of them
valid? Don't have notes.
I really just wanted to start shit with Joe.
I could tell. Hold on.
HR proves.
I have a button for this.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Oh, wait, I have a button for this.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, wait, I have a button for this.
Go fuck yourself.
How many different sound bites do you have for that?
You little hillbilly bitch.
That's good. I like that one.
Yeah.
HR approves of all of that too. That's a fact.
I've always thought you were a piece of shit.
Also a fact.
Just a big bastard!
I don't know if that one's true.
You better get your balls ready.
For the news. All right, Summer Game Fest. Let's start off. They started the show
games?
with Lego Horizon Adventures. The rumored Lego Horizon game for PlayStation is absolutely coming, and it is hitting PlayStation and PC and Switch.
Yeah.
That was
surprised.
Go ahead.
I'm kind of surprised since it's a Lego game, it's not coming absolutely everywhere. Though I understand it is still Horizon.
No.
I know, but it's still a Lego game. I want to play it on Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, we have to settle for Steam.
Fair.
Yeah.
I can still manage that. That game looked so good.
They showed a game called No More Room in Hell 2, which is coming out 2024 on Epic and Steam for Halloween time.
That looked really awesome, and then it's permadeath, so
yeah,
it can go fuck itself.
It didn't end up on my highlight reel because of the permadeath.
Yeah. It looked pretty cool. It looked like a co-opable Left 4 Dead style shooter, but the permadeath ruins things. Why do you... I don't understand that choice at all. Who wants that?
Some people apparently do.
Well, those people are fucking wrong. So, they don't get the count.
I can understand that in like a single player, like a Diablo style game. Like you want to push yourself and see how far you could get without dying. And if you die, it's all over. Our old friend Chris Huber loved playing hardcore characters. I actually got a hardcore character in Diablo 4 to level 50 just for the achievement in his memory.
Jesus.
Yeah. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions is coming to all platforms September 3rd.
Yeah, that is perfect mobile game trite.
I thought that was on consoles.
It is.
Yeah.
It's still mobile game trite. That changes nothing. I don't care what they put it on.
Everything, really.
No, not really.
If it's developed for consoles, it's not a mobile game.
Hey, it was coming to mobile too, I'm pretty sure they stated, so it is still mobile game trite.
All right. After that was Cuff Bust, coming 2025, maybe IDK. Those are their words. 20-player jailbreak game. This one looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was
it did.
So cute. So cute. Go ahead. Next.
Okay. Star Wars Outlaws, August 30th.
I need this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
You have a cute girl and you have an adorable axolotl pet thing, and I want it and I needs it, and it's so cute.
I really just want to run around the galaxy blowing shit up.
I just want a giant axolotl pet that steals guns for me.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Vertically Impaired, who just subbed for the 75th month. That is insane. I can't believe we've been going that long. That really is crazy. Holy hell. Thank you, Tony. Love having you here. Glad you're here. Good to see you. Enjoy the emotes. We were chatting Summer Game Fest. The next game they showed was Neva from the makers of Grease. It's hitting all platforms this year.
I can't wait for this. I loved Grease.
Yeah, that looked really good.
I've played it 2 different places. I've played it on Steam and Xbox, and I fucking love that game.
Oh, look, Jacob sub 2. Thanks, Jacob. I don't know why the alert didn't go off for you, but...
Because he's not important enough.
It's true, probably.
Try refreshing your browser. I wonder if that's the problem.
Okay, I refreshed it.
Okay. No, I guess nothing. Civilization 7 coming 2025 to PC and console day one. So no long wait. Hey, there's the notification. Mr. Freight with the 1-year subscription. Wow.
I got cats exploding all over my laptop screen right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Love it. Black Myth Wukong is hitting August 20th on PS5, Steam, and Epic. The Series X and S version is delayed supposedly due to quality issues. Yeah. A lot of people wondering if the Series S is causing problems with this game on Xbox. Injury, thank you for the 50 biddies. What are your thoughts on Wukong? Do you think it's a Series S issue, or do you think it's a developer issue?
No idea. I'll be happy that it comes at all, though. Eventually.
That's fair. Once Human, July 9th on PC. I don't really remember this one.
I don't either.
All right. Space Marines 2 had a trailer and an ad for September 9th. I can't wait for this one. I am still like heartbroken that the collector's edition sold out and I can't get it.
It looked really cool.
Statue's so
Statue
fucking
was good.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it will eventually come to be like I got my zombie shark, I got my goat sim plush. Maybe this one will eventually come to pass for me, but man, really wanted that one. Metaphor ReFantasio had an interview segment and trailer. It's coming October 11th. I have a pre-order for that on Amazon. After that, Batman Arkham Shadow, a MetaQuest 3 exclusive, coming out this fall. A lot of interest in that one, I can tell. Fatal Fury DLC is coming to Street Fighter 6 in year 2. It's going to have M. Bison, Terry, who the hell else was in there?
Mai Shiranui and I thought there was one other.
Yeah, there's 4 characters. The DLC is available now that you could get the season pass. They also have a deluxe season pass that has a bunch of outfits. But it includes 4 characters, 3 that we mentioned, and the 4th that we forgot. Yeah. Tears of Metal, announced for Steam only so far. I don't remember much of that one either.
Me either.
Man, we're doing good with this. I should have taken better notes. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video coming out October 11th. Jacob, are you excited for this one?
I'm sorry, which one? I was trying to figure out who the 4th person for Street Fighter is.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
I mean, I'm always down for a Dragon Ball game, but I didn't see I didn't see anything about it though. Yeah. Although, side note, Hallmark is going to have 2 Dragon Ball Z ornaments this year.
Interesting.
Okay.
My parents had the catalog, so I got to flip through it. I'm not going to lie, it feels really weird. Like, I mean, back like 20 years ago in college, I was getting made fun of for being in the anime club. And now Hallmark has like Dragon Ball Z ornaments, and like, you know, like last year there was like 3 different anime characters that had balloons at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. It's kind of a weird feeling, but anyway.
You're a nerd.
Fair.
Delta
Obviously.
Force Hawk Ops is having a global test in July on Steam and Epic. It is going to have a story campaign that incorporates elements from Black Hawk Down, the movie.
That looked good. I liked what gameplay they showed of that part. That looked pretty cool. They also showed off an extraction mode, which I assume is just going to be one of the multiplayer modes and probably the only one that's halfway decent. That was really all that showed, sadly.
Yeah. After that was Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, coming early 2025 to PS4 and 5 and Series X and S. So more fighting game goodness.
Going back to Street Fighter 6, the 4th fighter is Elena from Street Fighter 3.
There we go. A game called Battle Crush coming June 27th to Switch and mobile.
That was an interesting one. It's like they're trying to do Smash, but the land falls away. That could be kind of fun.
No, it's only a few weeks away, so we'll see. Mecha Break has a closed beta coming August 2024. This is the one that you're interested in, isn't it, Aki? Mecha Break?
I'm partially interested in it. It is so beautiful and it is panty-soakingly amazing looking. But if you actually watch the gameplay, there is no way I'd be able to play that game. That is a seizure-inducing freaking mess of laser lights going fucking everywhere. But oh, it's so pretty and it's so upsetting. I'm almost 100% sure I will not be able to play that game.
I have a feeling you're still going to try it.
I 100%. 100%. I'll probably do it on Steam.
There you go. That way it doesn't mess up your achievements if you start it.
Exactly. That way, in case it isn't safe for me to play, I can just be like, well,
I tried.
Exactly.
Blumhouse Games is releasing 5 titles with Crystal, Theater of Idols, Grave Seasons, Sleep Awake, Fear the Spotlight, and The Simulation, as well as one called Project C. So it's 6 games, not 5. 5 that I have is Five Nights at Freddy's is getting a movie sequel, and Fear the Spotlight is the first game that's showing up later this year.
Yeah, and there was another showcase somewhere that showed more of the Fear the Spotlight, and I got to see a little bit more of it, and it looked really good.
It was the one that was immediately after that, the Day of the Devs.
Day of the Devs, yeah. I have notes about it in there, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited about them trying to take their cinematic view and try making some video games. I'd like to see how that turns out.
I'm very interested in that Crystal Theater of Idols game. That was the one that had lots of like dolls that were moving around, and it looked like you had some sort of gun that was like draining your blood or something. Oh, it looks so awesome. I want that so bad.
Yeah.
I know you wanted one of them specifically, but I don't remember which one.
I mean, besides I remember seeing Fear the Spotlight, there was one that looked really cool, and I don't remember what it was either. There's one in a later showcase I know that I'm hyped for, but I don't think it's part of the Blumhouse games.
Something I know people are really excited about. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind, coming from Digital Eclipse. It has 5-player co-op. This looks fucking awesome, and I can't wait for this one.
I'm not even a fan of Power Rangers, and I've got to say it looked really fun.
I don't understand why it's not 6-player co-op. Because if you watch the trailer, it is very clear that the Green Ranger is also someone you can choose, because they show like a bunch of stuff that has 6 items and 5 of them are in the color of all the other Power Rangers, and then there's a fucking green one, which means the Green Ranger has to show up. That's just obvious. Why isn't it just a 6-player co-op? It just doesn't make sense. It drives me nuts. But anything where you get to be the Green Ranger is amazing automatically.
You're gonna be the Pink Ranger, don't lie.
No. Dude, the fucking flute sword, hell yes. That thing's bitchin'. I love that thing.
No, the flute sword sucked. Honestly,
Fuck Rangers
fuck yourself. The White Ranger's talking sword was so much cooler.
That wasn't an ocarina. It can go fuck itself.
You're not an ocarina, so go fuck yourself anyway.
I do. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about it.
You brought it up.
Exactly.
If Aki keeps talking about it, other stuff is definitely going to get brought up, like my dinner.
Good. Good, you could lose the weight anyway.
Oh, my lord. Anyway, Deer and Boy looks amazing. You can wishlist it on Steam.
Already done. I can't wait for that. I want that one so bad. It looks like it's going to be possibly really sad, but also super cute. And I want to know more about it, because it looks like it could be more of a slice of life thing. But then there's some supernatural element type stuff where you see these weird purple shit that might be mutating animals or making them large, or maybe your character's really high. I don't know. I want to know. It looks so cool, and I like the fact that the deer grows with the child.
Yeah.
That is so fucking awesome.
Yeah, I am looking forward to this one. I hope it hits a lot more platforms, but you could wishlist it on Steam. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 got a trailer that's coming this year. PS5, Series X and S, and PC.
And from the trailer, so was one of the characters.
Huh?
Coming. There was first-person sex scene in it.
Let's talk about orgasms, Joe.
Yeah.
Something you don't know
I
about.
thought you meant it was coming to PC.
I mean, it probably will be with a bunch of nerds.
I can't wait to see the mods for that game.
I don't think they're going to need them, honestly. From what we saw in that, he was full on banging her on a table, first person. I don't think they're going to need mods. Other than that, it looked really funny. I like the main two characters. They seem like a hoot. This is, I'm sure, going to be just as fucking hard as the first one was, so not a game for me, but man, it looks like the main characters are going to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, hopefully, if things work out, we could get someone from the studio on for a chat. I know we had them on for the first game. I know they've since been acquired, so I don't know if they're still freely available for dumb shit like us. But gonna try when it gets close, because I would love to have someone on to chat about that game. Next up, they showed Slitterhead coming November 8th. The PS4, PS5, Series X and S, and PC. This one looks insane.
I really, really want this one. It reminds me, again, I'm a dork. It reminds me of a manga and anime called Parasite, and it's so awesome, and it's basically exactly what this game looks like. I'm so excited for this. I want to play this so fucking bad.
That one looks really good. After that was Killer Bean, coming to Early Access Summer 24. This was a game that they showed off.
That was a game.
That
it
sure
amuses
was.
me. Do any of you actually know anything about Killer Bean, or am I the only schmuck who does?
I'm guessing you're the only schmuck who does.
I just kind of got the impression it was some sort of like YouTube, like animated something.
Okay, so the animator of this, it was one of his first works, and he put it up on YouTube for free, and he keeps it up there specifically because he's like, I want to show that you don't start off being amazing. And for anyone who's like, okay, what has he done? He did lots of the stuff in like the Matrix movies. He did a lot of the 3D effects and shit in that.
Gotcha.
And so he made the Killer Bean. There were a bunch of fucking god-awful, terrible YouTube videos that are just fantastic. And how this turned into a game, I have no fucking clue, but I am all for it. Congratulations to him for somehow managing this. Because it's hilarious.
Hey, more power to him. We'll see if it turns out good or not.
I hope so.
After that was a game called, I can never pronounce this word, Cairn? Yeah.
Cairn.
From the Game Bakers, the team behind Haven and Fury, mountain climbing game.
I wonder if they will ever make a game that is even remotely close to anything else they've ever made.
They specifically stated in their little thing that they always want to make something different. So
they have fucking succeeded.
Yeah. I don't know what the recent like obsession is with climbing games. I feel like there's been a lot of them, but
there has. Yeah. It's weird.
There has.
We just
I only know this in
last week.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Well, there's another one coming too.
There's one on Game Pass that came out a little while ago.
I think that's Jusant.
Yeah, Jusant.
I want to play that one. I haven't gotten to that yet.
Like a year ago that I remember.
The name of this bothers me. Because a cairn is a stack of rocks.
Yeah.
And they're naming that because the person's climbing a mountain, but that's not the name. It's a cairn isn't a mountain.
There's a hidden meaning, Aki.
It's a hiking thing. Maybe
Don't judge.
I do judge. I judge so much. And you know this. I judge on here all the time.
Yeah, I know. Wander Stop from Annapurna. It's a game where you seem to be happy running a tea store in a village. Or are you?
I want this.
Yeah, that one looks interesting. I want to know like what the twist is, because it's also by some Stanley Parable people. Like there's going to be a twist, right?
I think the twist is probably she's batshit insane. I'm looking forward to this just because it's very clearly dealing with a woman who is not mentally well anymore, and that just makes me want to play this so bad. And it doesn't hurt that she's a big muscle mummy either.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, this one's only PS5 and Steam right now, and it is coming this year sometime.
Well, then we need to get it on Steam.
Or you can get it on Steam.
Or I could review it on Steam.
You can get it on Steam. Unknown 9 Awakening coming fall 24 to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I don't remember anything about this one.
Girl fights with spiritual power things. Seems like she's able to pop herself into enemies for very short periods of time to help her fight them. It looks pretty cool. I've liked basically every trailer for this since the very first one, which has absolutely nothing to do with what they've made at this point. Because they've had 3 wholly unique trailers that have nothing to do with each other. And each one of them just makes me want the game a little more. So I'm very for this. I am excited to see how this game's going to turn out.
Well, we'll find out this fall.
Yep.
June 14th, Monster Hunter Stories hitting Switch, PS4, and Steam, so that'll be out tomorrow.
Nice.
Or now by the time you hear this.
Everyone who loves that stuff is going to have a lot of fun with that, I think.
I'm still bummed that one's not coming to Xbox. Like, why, Capcom?
That one I don't know, actually, because I'm pretty
up?
sure the Monster Hunter games sell pretty good on Xbox, so I don't know.
And it's also not like they have any competition, because EA, backed out of that Wild Hearts thing real damn quick, which sucks, because honestly, I found Wild Hearts to be way more accessible than Monster Hunter.
Oh, wow. I may have to get that then.
And Notria, last song, PS5, Series X and S, PC, You Wear Faces. That's what my notes say.
Yeah.
It looked Soulsborne look, I think.
Very. Yeah, it's 100%
You wear
Soulsborne game.
faces.
Yeah. You have what seems to be masks, but they seem to be part of people's actual faces. And when you beat an enemy, it seems like you get to rip that chunk of their head off and equip it to yourself, and you more or less turn into them and can go about your day. What they showed was like a king or something, and after he killed the king, he put on the mask and basically told the soldiers, "Fuck off. I'm fine. Go away." Looks pretty cool. I'm totally down to try and review this. Because again, Soulsborne, of course I am. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Cool. The First Descendant. Still don't know what the hell this game is. Comes out July 2nd.
It's a looter shooter.
It's free to play.
I'm not going to lie, as a parent, I was just like, oh wow, I didn't realize Disney was going to make a game based off their Descendants movies. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, this is not Disney.
No.
I mean, you can still let your kids.
Then you lost me further at looter shooter.
No, Aki, I am a responsible parent. I am not letting my kids play that at the ages of 9 and 6.
Why not?
Again, I am a responsible parent.
Hey,
anyway, that comes out July 2nd on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. After that was a segment from Inner Sloth, the Among Us team, who are launching an indie game fund called Outer Sloth. They're going to be working with a handful of indies, getting them to market, including Mars First Logistics Battlesuit Aces, Moss Field Archives, One Button Bosses, Rogue Eclipse, and Project Dosa.
And they're also getting a TV show.
Yeah,
for
with a crazy voice cast.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, it had some good actors in it listed. I don't have the list in front of me, but there was some definitely notable names.
Huh. Interesting. I kind of assumed it would all be silent. Cool.
Let's see. Randall Park, Ashley Johnson, Yvette Nicole Brown, Elijah Wood.
Damn.
That's just a few of them.
I recognize at least 2 of those names.
Should be good. It looks funny. Sonic X Shadow Generations coming October 25th to everything. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, that is a walking seizure.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus.
And it's a Sonic game, so Sonic, gotta go fast. I got a shirt coming tomorrow. It says Sonic the Log, and it just has a blue log on it, and it says gotta go log.
All right.
I think it's one of the funniest shirts I've ever seen, and I can't wait to wear it.
Awesome.
It's just gotta go log.
You are special.
I am. Dune Awakening is a survival MMO coming to PS5, PC, and Series X and S.
It looked like it would have been cool.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't a survival MMO because I'm really interested in the story they're presenting, which is like this alternative narrative if like he hadn't been and the Kwisatz Haderach or the Lisan Algae, but like it just looks like they're doing some really cool story stuff.
And then they ruined it by what they put it in.
I don't know, maybe it'll turn out good. We'll see. It's just not something for me. I'm not into survival.
Yeah.
Are you into MMOs?
I liked Final Fantasy 11 and 14 when I played them. I enjoyed Guild Wars 2 when I played that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Battle Aces from Uncapped Games is an RTS. Yay.
Man, the animation for that trailer was fucking gorgeous. They should be making anime. Not trailers for shitty RTS games.
Yeah.
The final Season 3 is out now if you're into that game. And then some fun news. Alan Wake 2 is getting a physical edition. Yay!
And better news. Its DLC is out.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
It's already out.
Yeah, 3 episodes with 3 fan favorite characters is called Alan Wake Night Springs.
Yep.
The physical edition, they're going to have a deluxe and a collector's edition. So if you're into collector's editions,
I might buy that.
Go for it.
And if you just want to play the DLC now and you did not get the deluxe edition, there is an upgrade and it's like currently on sale for a couple bucks off, so you can get the DLC right now.
Nice.
Very nice. The game's great.
New World Eternum is coming October 15th to PS5, Series X and S, and PC.
Is this the Amazon game just being ported?
Yep, the Amazon action RPG.
I don't know how I feel about it because the trailer
didn't more on it.
Yeah, the trailer didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, it's on the Xbox store to pre-order, so I'm gonna look at some screenshots and videos on the store and see what it's all about because it looks interesting. After that was Honkai Star Rail something blah blah blah. Dark and Darker, a free-to-play game on Epic and Steam that is a fantasy first-person shooter PvPvE.
That looked interesting. I'm not against that.
Yeah. After that, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, which I have in emails to PR been calling Kamitsugami, so I feel like an asshole. Comes out July 19th.
You are. You are. Don't.
I'm like, wow, my name's Kamisa and it's Kamitsu. That's pretty cool. Nope, Kunitsu. I'm fucking awesome. Game looks good. Comes out next month.
It looks so pretty.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to that game for a while.
It's Game Pass too, isn't it?
I don't know. I did not take a note on that, so I was just enamored by how pretty it was. It's gonna probably be a pretty hard one though, because it's mixing RTS with action. So that'll be an interesting one, and all while you have to defend somebody. So it'll be an interesting game at the very
least. Game Pass.
Oh hell yes!
Yeah, so good news there. Hyper Light Breaker is coming late summer to early access and is going to have campaign co-op.
This game looks so bitchin'. I love the Hyper Light games.
Yeah, Art Machine's really good too. So
okay,
the devs. Party Animals got another video. I know Thimber's excited about that.
Is that animals. Just was that video just them saying, "Hey, there's new content being added to it," or
I think so.
That game's already out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just typing up new whatever.
Okay.
After that was a video for something called M-Core with a website. No one knew what the hell was going on until the following trailer that showed its first skate. They're still working on it.
Yep.
Console playtest this fall. So,
I mean, it's a skateboarding game. Yeah, that kind of perks my attention.
Pal World is getting an update June 27th. So if you're into that game, you got more content there. Valorant is hitting PlayStation 5 and Series X and S with a limited beta coming tomorrow. So when you hear this, if you get in the beta, have fun.
And the next one was Valorant again, because they didn't understand. No one fucking cared. And it was all about their the people who play it professionally, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter Wilds got a new trailer hitting Series X and S, PS5, and PC next year. And
you skipped a couple things.
Did I? From Valorant to Monster Hunter? What was in there?
They, for some reason, I still don't understand why this was in here, but they brought up Inside Out 2, a preview of that, which is a movie.
That's probably why I didn't write that down.
Yeah, I don't know why that was there. And then there was some weird chicken, I think, mobile
Squad Busters?
Yes. Yeah.
Squad Busters had a wild ad.
Yeah, it was long too, and it had many fucking people.
It had Chris Hemsworth, Christina Ricci, Ken Jeong, and Will Arnett in it as like these fantasy characters, and then they meet another team that's like an alternate version of them.
With Dolph Lundgren.
It was really weird. Yeah, with Dolph Lundgren, exactly.
So many stars in that, and it's the dumbest looking fucking game ever.
I think I didn't write that down because it's just an ad for a mobile game.
It was wild, though.
So fantastic.
Yeah, I saw a shortened version on TV, and it makes so little sense.
Yeah,
it's like 30 seconds long.
I mean, to be fair, the full length one didn't make any fucking sense either.
It made more sense, at least.
It made some sense, but yeah.
They closed the show with Phantom Blade Zero.
It's a shame that's a PlayStation-only game, it seems. Another Soulsborne game that looked pretty bitchin'.
But
they were showing all in-game footage, so that's good. I like seeing that on a lot of the stuff this year. There was a lot of actual, this is in-game footage, and not just a cool trailer we made to make you excited.
No.
Yeah, there were 15 really cool games in that, and a few of those that I can't play because they're on PlayStation only, and it makes me sad.
Well, do you want to talk about games you can play? Because let's talk about the Xbox showcase.
Yeah.
As it happened, I was kind of let down because I had high expectations. I rewatched it. Looking back, it's a really solid show, but there's still a lot of things that irk me with it. Like, there's a lot of things I wish they would have spent time on other things instead of, or given us solid release dates. But they started off with Black Ops 6.
Which is something they could have just not shown anybody and it would have been fine.
Well, they have to show it because it's the biggest title of the year.
Thing at the end, which I didn't watch.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either. I don't know why they started with it if they had a whole showcase for that game, but they do that all the time, so whatever.
Because it's the biggest piece of shit they're going to release this year. That's why.
I mean, it could be a good game. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not good.
We'll see about that.
They showed off Doom: The Dark Ages. The rumors are true. New Doom is coming 2025. Confirmed for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 5.
I want to see some more gameplay of this.
Yeah, this looked dope.
Yeah, it looked really cool, and from what they showed just in this, it looked like they were closer to 2016's Doom rather than the second one, whatever the hell it was called, with its mechanics, which I appreciate because the second one, it had too much shit you had to keep track of. And I could not handle that. So I want to see some more gameplay and see if it actually is closer to the 2016 one or not.
Looks
But it
good,
looks
though,
really
either
cool.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that was a new video for State of Decay 3, which was leaked the day before. Always fun.
Ooh.
No date.
Yeah.
It's the start of a trend that I don't like about this show. No date.
Fair.
Yeah. Dragon Age, the Veil Guard is coming this fall.
I loved the trailer visuals, but
I didn't like the trailer, but the gameplay that they showed later,
Yeah.
I thought looked much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just glad they brought back Harding. I love Harding. And that's the female dwarf in the trailer. She's fantastic. She's from Inquisition. She was great. And yeah, they showed off all of the companions that you'll have, and yeah, the gameplay that they showed afterwards looked really cool. I'm really excited for this game.
It's a new Dragon Age. I'm excited just by the name. So
Fair. It's been a decade now, I think.
Hasn't been that long.
What year was Inquisition?
I have no idea.
After that was Starfield Shattered Space coming later this year. They also had new content out that night with new locations, new gear, new bounties, and the creators content, which is basically paid mods with some free ones in there too. A lot of people aren't too happy with the pricing on stuff, but
they never are because they're always overpriced trash.
Yeah.
I really don't like that creator content crap. I really wish they wouldn't have done that shit in the first place.
No.
But, you know, It is what it is. Yeah.
Fallout 76 has the new map expansion that is available now. You're going to be able to play as a ghoul next year.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that part. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I started the quest last night.
Is it good?
I didn't get very far because I wanted to wait till this weekend to play with my gaming partner, but I'm excited. I got the little hook for the new vault, and I'm excited to check out the new content.
Nice.
Cool.
Next
I
week.
am excited for the next game.
Yes.
It is called Expedition 33. It is a turn-based RPG from Sandfall Interactive and Kepler Interactive. It is coming out next year, day one to Game Pass.
I am so excited for this. It looks like
Jacob,
all the
is someone
attacks.
playing ring toss in the background?
No, why?
It's the
I'm hearing
TV,
a
I
lot
think.
of clinking.
I don't know.
Yeah, I liked the combat in this. Not only is it turn-based, but it also looks like it has timed attack sequences where you have to push the buttons. So that's pretty cool. And I like the concept behind the trailer. A god every year writes down a number, and a whole bunch of people just, I don't feel good, Mr. Stark, away. So that's like, I am so excited to figure out what the fuck's going on in this world. It looks so damn good.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Gorgeous looking game too, visually.
Yes.
Another stylish game, South of Midnight from Compulsion. It is coming next year. No date. Day one to Game Pass. The disconnect between the jittery animation in the cutscenes and the smooth gameplay bothered me.
Oh, I loved it.
I thought that was an artistic choice that was interesting. So yeah, I don't know. That didn't bother me at all.
I don't like that stop motion look, the juddery, low FPS, like that bothers me. It's a big reason I don't really watch the Spider-Verse movies. It just, like they're gorgeous movies and they're great movies. It's just the animation style fucks with me.
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite. I looked at that and I was like, oh, this game's going to be fantastic. I want that so bad.
Yeah, it should
Fall
be good.
into the abyss of my gaping
definitely.
butthole.
Raiders, welcome in. Dopey just raided us with a party of 26. We are in the middle of chatting about the Xbox Summer Showcase. The next game that they showed off was World of Warcraft: The War Within For PC only, my hopes were up that we were getting a console port, but oh well.
So is this an expansion, or is this a new game set in the world, or I don't know anything about
expansion.
World of Warcraft. Okay.
It's just the new expansion. It comes out August 26th.
It did have a date, though.
Yeah, that one had a date. I just wish it was console. I was really hoping there was a console port.
Yeah.
It is, sadly.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater had a new trailer, no date.
I want this so bad. Oh, so bad. This looks so good. So fucking good. It's Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they changed it to Delta. Why didn't they just call it Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Remake or something?
So that they could put a fucked up character in the game title and make people have to like copy and paste the Delta character.
Just write out Delta because it's fucking easier.
Sea of Thieves Season 13 hitting July 25th.
So Bri, what's your thoughts?
I was gonna say you had some thoughts on this, didn't you?
Yeah, so the big thing is we finally are getting some kind of like resolution or addition to the Flameheart story, and it's gonna be an extra size ship. You can take over the ship. It'll be a roving event, and then you can take the ship and attack other players or use it as your own ship. And I'm just not excited about this content coming up.
No.
Oh.
No. I think the concept is neat. I feel like it's going to be unbalanced and I'm not going to enjoy it. And there's going to be achievements tied to it that are going to make me do things I don't want to do.
Fair enough. That's usually what happens in games though, so.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see how it turns out. It's a month away.
Yep.
So, for that hot new PlayStation game. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn from A44 Games, who did Ashen and Kepler Interactive, coming out July 18th. Is hitting
this
Game
game
Pass.
So good. I want this so bad too. No, it is not a Souls-like at all. I think it's just an action RPG, but it looks so good. Apparently you're killing gods in this, which I didn't know until this trailer, and a little god that ends up being just this weird little bird cat thing becomes basically your sidekick, and it's so fucking cute, and I want one. And yeah, visually it kind of reminds me, and I don't know why, because graphically it looks nothing like it, but it reminds me a lot of Greedfall. I don't know why though, because literally nothing about it is like Greedfall, but for some reason every time I see it, the first thing I think is Greedfall. But I've wanted this since the very first trailer for this landed like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. So I am down for this.
So
that's too long. It needs to be done now. I want it now.
Something cool has a release date, in fact. Age of Mythology Retold, hitting September 4th and hitting Game Pass.
Nice.
That's an RTS city builder, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like Civ?
Something like that, yeah.
So it's not for me, but it's hitting September 4th. We have a date. Fuck yeah. Something else that had people saying fuck yeah quite a bit. Perfect Dark was shown off, and it looks really good.
Yeah, I've never played the Perfect Dark game, so I don't know if this has anything to do with the rest of them, but man, it looked so fucking cool. Between just like the fucking gadgets that they had, where they were like copying people's voices and reusing them to unlock doors and shit. Like all that was so cool. Like
Dishonored mixed with Deus Ex.
Yeah, I am so there for this. I don't know anything about the series, but I am 100% fucking down.
Unfortunately, no date at all. Not even a year. Not even a ballpark.
That breaks my heart.
I'm guessing 26, but we'll see. Matt Booty said the word unique.
Booty.
Yes, I wrote that in my notes. Counts. It fucking counts. They showed off the cinematic trailer for Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expansion, which hits October 8th. And
How
Blizzard
excited?
are fucking wizards with their cinematics. And that might have been one of the grossest cinematics I've ever seen in gaming.
Oh, I
Yeah, it
love
had
that. I
a
thought it was so
warning.
cool.
Yeah, it had a specific warning before it that's like, yo, this shit's
is
going to
really
get gnarly.
graphic. Yeah.
I loved that part. It was so cool.
The arm? Oh,
Yes.
my God.
I loved that. That was so awesome.
Oh, that was so hard to watch.
For anyone who doesn't understand, a person's arm is ripped in half long ways.
Yeah.
Both arms, technically. Oh, it looks so cool. I loved that. That was so fucking awesome.
Yeah, the expansion is available to pre-order now. You have a variety of editions that get you little goodies for the game that you could play now. Some like armor sets and mounts and shit like that.
Which one are you buying?
None yet.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Well, I don't have any money. Fucking broke.
Has that ever stopped you before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's stopping me now. They showed a new trailer for Fable coming out.
Yay.
Just vague 2025, no set date, but it's coming out next year. This looks so good.
All the
Playground,
trailers are
I
really
hope it's
amazing.
good. I hope that it has the same vibe that we've come to expect, and that it's new people making it. So
yeah.
I've never played a Fable game in my life, but this looks fucking hilarious.
You should
All
go
the
back
trailers have
and
made me laugh.
play Fable Anniversary and Fable 2. They're good games.
if you only play one, play two. Like if you have to only play one,
Oh, no
I would
way.
say that one.
I disagree with that. I'd rather play the first one.
Really?
Fable 2. I was stupid and I got married at the first town I went to, and I ended up having like 3 kids, and I ended up having to like. I got fucking stuck being a blacksmith because otherwise I would run out of money, and like my wife was just like, "Oh, we don't have money to pay rent, feed, and blah 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 blah." And so I just got stuck at the first town having to work just so I could feed everyone, and I'm like,
I had
"Fuck
one
this
wife
game."
from one town meet another wife from another town, get pissed at me,
Oh,
and
shit.
so I sacrificed them both.
Jesus.
That's reasonable.
So, Jacob, I think I have a button for your experience with this game.
Aside from my own actions, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, I couldn't help it that, like, even in games, apparently I'm fertile as shit, all right? It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Looks good, though. Can't wait for this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next up, Frag Punk, a 5v5 hero shooter where you use cards to change the game rule.
It's an interesting
not my kind of game, but
premise.
it's interesting. Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't have any interest in it because it's a 5v5 hero shooter.
Mhm.
But I like the concept in that you use cards to fuck with the game rule. I
Yeah,
just like,
it was
I think
interesting.
I mentioned this to you, Bri. Like, what happens if people use conflicting cards? Like, I saw
Yeah.
one of the things in the
Small
game was
head,
a big
big
head
head.
mode.
Yeah.
What if there's a small head? What if
Yeah.
they're used at the same time? Does it explode?
I
Game
would be
crash?
I think it kind of only affects the player who used the card. So I think when they use big head mode, they see all the heads as big.
I don't
But
know.
it's not for anyone else, I
think
would
it works
assume.
for everyone. 'Cause what's the
Interesting.
point in changing rules if it only affects you?
Yeah.
Well,
I
for
don't
big
know.
head mode, you can get headshots easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know they showed another card where basically it just popped up grass around somebody so they could hide. And that was it. So people could see the grass was there, but it didn't cover the entire game board with a bunch of grass everyone could hide in. It just covered generally the area around them so they could hide.
I guess
So
it comes down to the
that's-
card then. I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see. It's getting a beta, I believe, at the end of this month. A short
I
closed
believe
beta.
Believe so.
After that was a game called Winter Burrow. This looked like the token indie game.
It looked so cute.
It
It
like
looks
mice
adorable.
in like a cozy but like harsh survival kind of situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Noodle Cake and Pine Creek Games is going to hit Game Pass early 25.
Yeah. Any
That's
game
an
where you get
indie
to
dev
play as a mouse is automatically a game I'm interested in playing.
Game I know Bri is interested in playing is Mixtape from Beethoven and Dinosaur, who did The Artful Escape and Annapurna. It is coming next year to Game Pass, and it has an amazing soundtrack, including Iggy Pop, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush, and more.
Yep.
It looks nice.
Tell us about this one.
I don't even know what to say other than I'm all in.
It looked a lot like it would be a game like Life is Strange, except for without all the supernatural stuff. That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
Looks good, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of stoked for it. It looks pretty cool.
After that, Flight Sim 2024 showed off a ton of activities that most users are never going to do. Comes out November 19th to Game Pass and PC and Xbox Series X and S. I'm going to crash into the river behind my house again. I'm going to fire it up, probably download 400 gig for it.
Jesus. How big
Flight
was the
Sim
last
is
one?
Huge. Like, if you download the extra data packs, I think it's over 200.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. After that, Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road hits June 18th, and you could play all the DLC free for a limited time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like an anniversary.
Yeah.
10 years, I think.
Life is Strange Double Exposure.
Yay.
Brand new Life is Strange game from Deck 9 and Square Enix, where it has parallel worlds and shifting realities. This comes out October 29th.
Max is back. That's what's really
Max
important
is back.
here.
Exactly.
I'm so fucking stoked for this. I can't wait for them to release the deluxe edition, because they're going to release a deluxe edition that's physical, that's going to have a soundtrack, and I can't wait. I'm so oh yes.
I like how
please.
Aki's become the collector edition person now.
When it comes to these, yes, because they're fucking amazing, and I love Maxine. She's amazing. Maxine and Chloe for life. I just don't even care.
Oracolite says they already announced the deluxe edition.
Yep.
I know they have a digital deluxe. I didn't see a physical, though.
I will probably get both of them, because realistically, I got the first one and Before the Storms, both. I have both of them digitally, and I have the deluxe physical too.
Nice.
Can't wait.
After that was a new trailer for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, coming out 2024, no date. It's this year. Give us a fucking date.
I don't even care. This looks so awesome.
Probably holiday. Yeah.
Rumors are saying December.
Yeah. I would expect that.
Fair. I'm stoked for this. This trailer made me really happy because it brought back all the things from the original Indiana Jones movies that were fantastic. All the comedy and stuff that you'd expect from the original three were in this game. And I was like, yes, this is an actual Indiana Jones thing. I approve. Because the latest movies have, we don't talk about them. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked for this, because it made me giggle numerous times during that trailer. So yes, this looks like this is the actual Indiana Jones thing, finally, for once.
Yeah.
So Horacolite posted a link in chat to the Life is Strange Double Exposure Collector's Edition. That includes a box, a hardcover art book, a replica pin, some art cards, and a 12-inch vinyl soundtrack.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm buying this. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's it's only $60. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
That doesn't include the game, though, I don't believe. I think it's
don't even
just
care.
the collector's box. Yeah. Let's see. Mecha Break 2025 beta in August.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's almost exactly what my notes say.
Yep. After that, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers coming 2025 to Game Pass. When they first showed it, I thought it was Kinitsugami Path of the Goddess.
Wow. I'm excited for this one. You play as a ninja attacking monsters, and it looks like you're turning into a monster. It looks like it might be a Soulsborne type game, but they didn't show any gameplay, so I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like that's probably what they're going for.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm super for this. Not because she's cute or anything, totally no,
Yeah,
never.
Sure. I'm super excited for the next one, Avowed. Got a new trailer, looks great. No release date.
They have gone back and corrected that on the internet. That says it's November. They had intended to put something out.
A blog post went up that said November 12th, but it was apparently pulled. So I don't know if that's a set date, if it's a placeholder date. Thimber's saying that they want to keep everyone subscribed to Game Pass, so they're not announcing dates, which makes sense, but is kind of shitty. Just
it's extremely shitty.
I mean, there's games worth the monthly subscription, so it doesn't matter when it comes out; it's still worth getting.
I just bought my first month of it.
GG.
Yeah,
I use my Microsoft rewards, and I'm covered until December of next year.
Nice. Very nice.
Atom Fall, new game from Rebellion, coming next year. I was confused when they showed the trailer and it just said Xbox. I found out it's because it's hitting Xbox One and PS4 as well, which kind of surprised me.
Interesting. It looks like it could be cool.
Kind of has a Fallout vibe to it.
Yeah. Oh shit, what the hell was the name of it? The one set in Russia that came out a couple years ago. It's on Game Pass. I don't remember what it's called anymore. Shit. It reminds me of that. Oh my god, I can't remember. That hurts my feelings. I'm sorry, you guys.
Metro?
No. Oh, I'm just gonna turn on my Xbox and go fucking look for it.
Atomic Hearts?
Oh, Atomic Heart. There you go.
Yes, it reminds me of that.
Everyone in chat saying
Fallout.
Atomic Heart.
Yeah, see, everyone in chat's more useful than me. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Yeah, it looks Fallout. Atomic Heart. I'm very.
Is Aki breaking up, or is that me?
Aki robotic.
That's Aki.
Yeah.
Aki's breaking up. Uh-oh.
Am I good now?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
No, you're still an evil piece of shit.
Well, yes, but I'm still good, though.
No,
that's opposite of what he said.
I disagree.
Anyway, Assassin's Creed Shadows coming out November 15th.
Yes, I need this. I need
Looks
this. Looks
good. I still want to get the collector's edition for this one. I'm hoping I could make that one happen before GameStop sells out of that one. But
so, what statue comes with it?
Oh, you gotta look at it. Oh man, it's pull up a link.
Yeah, otherwise I wasn't going to look at it.
It's got both of the assassins.
Okay, I might get this one then.
It looks really good. It's expensive as fuck though. It's almost $300. So I don't know if I could ever pull that off. Stalker 2 coming out September 5th. Going to be on Game Pass. Looks really good.
I still can't wait for that to come out just so I can see all the people cry. Because I know even though all the other games came out on Xbox, I still know people are going to go into this expecting Metro, and it's going to make me laugh so much. Oh, it's going to be perfect.
After that, they showed off some new hardware.
Yay!
And most of them don't make sense. There's going to be a digital Series X in white without a disk drive, still shaped the same. Just no disk drive. It's going to be $449. They're going to have a 1 terabyte white Series S, same $349 price as the current white or black Series S. And then there's going to be a 2 terabyte Series X with a disk drive, and it comes in a speckled green and black design. That's going to be $5.99.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's going to be limited.
Yep.
I want that hard drive.
Yeah,
I just want the storage. That's all I want.
That's the bare minimum of what all the storage should have been for this entire fucking generation.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
So fucking ridiculous.
I think the prices should come down. I think it's time that they drop the prices on these things and just phase out the 512 Series S.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah, there's no purpose for that. Yeah.
Anyway, they closed the show with one final game. It is the return of Gears of War with Gears of War E-Day happening on Emergence Day. Marcus and Dom front and center. I can't wait. No date though. Nothing. Not even a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of exciting. I'm not a Gears person anymore because the Seriously achievements just fucking ruin those games. But because I got to Gears 3 and I never got that one and it pissed me off. But it looks cool. I like the story behind it. So I'm so for this. It's just going to be the Gears version of Halo Reach. So I'm very for that. Because if any of you don't know, Emergence Day is when all the bad guys popped out of the ground in the first place, and they wrecked shit. Bad. Their humanity was not winning and didn't win for a very long time. So that's kind of exciting. Just to be the underdog that you know is going to just keep getting shit kicked. And there is no winning. You might win a little battle here and there, but overall you lose. That I love stories like that probably because I'm a terrible person. But
yeah, you are. But that was the Xbox showcase. What did everyone think of that?
There was some really good games in that. I was excited for like 14, 15 games in there, so I was for it. I don't really care that they didn't have dates, because I'm just more about...
I want to know when this stuff's coming out. Like, tell me when I should be saving up for this stuff. I don't want to be surprised like Octopath Traveler. It's like, hey, surprise, motherfucker, here's a $60 game. I'm like, shit.
Since I only really get these long after they're out or get them for review, I don't particularly care personally about the dates. I'm more like, I just want to see information about the game so I can be like, should I drool over this or not? And it succeeded in that for me. So I really liked them.
Where was the Activision Game Pass dump? We're still waiting on that. You know, why can't we get more backward compatible games? Restart that program. It's been years. Whatever legal or technical issues you supposedly ran into 5 years ago, certainly there's got to be one or two games you could get going again.
They could, but that's too much effort.
PlayStation's starting to put PS2 games on their service. You should get more 360 games going on our service.
Yeah, we should. Quite frankly, the new Xbox that has the disc drive, they should just have the software in it to fucking read the other games. Because it can't take up that much
hardware.
Okay, well, they should have the hardware in it too. I don't give a shit.
That would be more expensive. Timber saying there will be more reveals later this year at Gamescom. I know there was talk that there was so much more content Microsoft could have put in their showcase, which, you know, why didn't you? But it was a good show. It just, there was stuff that irked me about it.
Yeah, you want those release dates, and you want them finalized, and that's just not going to happen.
That's what these shows are for. Tell me when shit's coming out.
That's
especially
not what
games
these are
that are
for.
coming out this year.
Yeah.
It used to be what these are for. Now what they're for are commercials.
So, Bri, I know you don't have too much time. We're already over your usual allotment.
I'm fine if we go long.
What other showcases did you want to discuss?
Well, I think Aki, did you also watch Day of the Devs and took notes?
Yeah, I did that, and the Developer Direct.
The Devolver Direct, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did both of those as well. So I would love to talk about those.
Okay.
I missed the very beginning of Day of the Devs though. There was a cat incident, so I don't remember what the very first game was.
Okay, it was Battle Vision Network. It's a color matching game where you like the match 3 type games, and you control units to fight against another person. It looked kind of like a match 3 game mixed with like Plants vs Zombies. So it was weird looking. It wasn't something for me, so I was kind of like, it's a cool concept. I don't understand exactly how it works, so I'm going to ignore it now. And then they showed Karen again.
Yeah.
And then it was a game I was actually excited for called Pedal Runner. It's a retro slice of life game that looks like the old Pokemon games, where you bring pets to people basically, but they're maybe virtual. I don't really understand, but they're all powered by flowers. It just looked cool. And
yeah, it was a little over my head, but I also I would never have thought to connect that with like the old Pokemon games because it's not something that I played. But it looked interesting, and it looked like they were really into what they were making, and that's something that interests me. So
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Then there was
next game I'm super excited about, Karma: The Dark World. Yeah, it's got like a David Lynch Orwellian dystopia thing going on, and I want it.
Yeah, it looks like a fun first-person escape the room styled game, except for much larger than that.
Yeah,
and you're working as an investigator in a dystopian world, and you go into people's minds. So it's the Cell. Is that the name of that movie?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
it's kind of like that. It looked really cool. So I was all for that.
Yeah.
And then there was UFO 50. I'm sure someone in here is going to be super excited for that. Basically, these devs made a game that has 50 full-length games inside it. They're all retro-styled. Yeah. And it's basically, they made games that you would expect to see from like the 80s to 90s.
Yeah, and they're all tied together through like this fictional game company and console that they would have that could have existed back then. And some of the games are like sequels to other games.
A lot of them have local co-op as well. Joe, this is totally for you. You will love this game. 100%.
Very interesting.
That was part of my notes. Joe will love this bitch.
Some are like arcade style games, and some of them are more expansive titles. And it was a really interesting concept to create this whole like meta in their own game.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. Not a game for me, but Joe, you'll fucking love this.
I'm interested. 50 games in one. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Next was Cozy Grove Camp Spirit.
Which is coming to Netflix and mobile.
Yeah. It's a island adventure game. It reminded me a lot of Animal Crossing.
Well, there's already a Cozy Grove game, so this is like a new Cozy Grove expansion to that world, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have Cozy Grove on Xbox. It's a very cute game. You have like these little bears, and you've got like survival crafting sort of stuff to do. But it's very cute. You do little like jobs for the ghosts and things around. It's very cute.
Okay. The next one I figured was a game you'd probably really want. Korea?
Koira, yes.
Yeah, I was like, that's a Bri game, 100%.
Solve puzzles with a dog? Yes.
Musical puzzles at that.
Yes.
It kind of reminded me of Fee? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, maybe.
With all the musicalness to it, but with a completely different style, obviously. It was kind of cute.
Thimber's saying that Cozy Grove game is exclusive to Netflix because they bought the studio.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
The next game was a Ranger, role puzzling adventure.
That also looked interesting.
Yes, very much so. Basically, in this, you're a girl who moves around by moving the world around you instead of just walking. So basically, all the tiles directly above and below you or left to right, you move and they all shift. So you can go completely around objects and stuff by getting to the edge of the world, and then you appear on the other side and stuff. It looked cool. I'm kind of interested in that one. It looks like that's going to get pretty hard pretty quick. And then they touched on Fear the Spotlight again.
Yep.
And you said you took notes on this one in this section?
Just in general, that it looks really good. It was a little bit more of an expanded, look at it. I don't really know what else to say. My notes are pretty thin. Yeah, it looked good.
Next one was Screenbound. This is a really interesting one. In this, you're in a 3D world.
Oh, I've seen this one before. This one looks really cool.
Yeah, you're in a 3D world, and it's a platforming world, but you're holding a 2D Game Boy, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to destroy enemies in that, because they will hurt you in the 3D world, even though they don't exist in the 3D world. And it also helps you with the platforming and stuff. It looks so fucky wucky. It's probably going to be really cool. Very complicated, though.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Shack News, their font choice for their write-up on Day of the Devs. Those dang games looks like those dong games.
All right.
Yeah. So, Shack News, you might want to use a new font.
That was on purpose. Then there was Zoocosis.
Zoocosis looked cool.
Yeah. It's a first-person game where you're basically playing somebody.
He's getting fucky again.
Yeah, you got roboty again. Yeah.
There is
downloading porn.
Zookeeper.
No. Is Steam up? No, Steam's not even up. Okay, I don't even understand what... I wonder if Xbox is downloading updates to a game.
Maybe.
I'm too lazy to check.
Yeah, you're like a night zookeeper, and it's you're like locked in for the night, and spooky, thriller stuff happens while you're taking care of the animals, and
yeah, just think The Thing.
Yeah.
The Thing in a zoo. There you go. That's what's happening. And then there was While Waiting, which looked really cute.
Yeah.
Basically, this is a game where you play as a guy and you're just coming up with shit to do while you're waiting for stuff to happen. Like
waiting in line, waiting at the bus stop, waiting at the train station. It's kind of like Goose Game, where there's like a list of, trouble you could get into if you choose to.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
Yeah.
I was for this. Then there was a Psychroma, which is a cyberpunk horror game where you play as an amnesiac. This was a weird one. It's hard to even explain this one.
Losing your identity. Yeah, it looked interesting though. A good narrative.
Yeah. Then there was, and this one's probably one of the weirdest fucking ones on this list. Building relationships. You play as a house that rolls around and stuff, and you get to meet other buildings and maybe romance them.
What?
Yep.
Did you say romance buildings? Like,
yep.
You can fuck the Empire State Building.
I don't know if the Empire State Building's in it or not, but you one of the things they brought up is, oh yeah, you can meet this windmill, and if you're really good, maybe it'll step on you. Because it's a dummy mommy, apparently.
Yeah.
What in the hell kind of fetishes is the game dev into?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's fantastically stupid.
So you can
still
romance
less weird than chair fucker.
I'm sorry, what?
Still less weird than chair fucker.
Or the one where you're opening the soda cans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's fucking weird too. Yeah. You need to get on Steam, yeah. That's all I have to say about that. Get on Steam. You'll find weird shit. And then there was a little to the left, Seeing Stars DLC. It adds another 100 stars to get. And the puzzles...
Yeah.
The puzzles get significantly harder. Some of them have up to 5 different fucking solutions that you have to find.
Yep.
So, yeah.
June 25th.
I'm still working my way through 100%ing the base fucking game.
Just finished my 100 days like a week ago.
I'm at like 71-ish. I'm still trying to get through the 30 consecutive.
Yeah.
I fucked that up.
Oh, they have achievements like that?
Times. Yeah. You have to play it 7 days in a row, 14 days in a row, and then 30 days in a row.
And then there's like 100 days totally doing the daily
grumble.
Yeah. It's irritating, but it only takes like 5 minutes each day.
Yeah.
Ish to do. So, because I went through and I did absolutely everything else in the game. Because if you have it through Game Pass, you can go and do all the seasonal stuff that was added in. I did all of that, even though there's no achievement for it.
Yeah.
Just because I fucking could. So yeah. Then there was Hello Again. Basically, you're stuck in a 12-hour time loop after crashing onto an island while trying to deliver some sort of package on your boat. And for some reason, only you know that the island is in a time loop, and it actually counts down time. Because in the trailer, it actually showed a timer up in the upper right-hand corner counting the fuck down. So, yeah. Very cartoony looking. It looked kind of cute. Probably not a game for me, though, sadly. Just because I get irritated with time loop games pretty quickly. Because it's like, no, I had that, but I was just a second too slow, and it drives me nuts. I'm too slow of a gamer to play those games. Tom the Post Girl.
Yes, that one looked interesting.
Yeah.
It's about voyeurism.
Basically, you play as a delivery girl, like a newspaper girl, and you watch people.
Yeah, you deliver packages to deranged villagers. It's all hand-drawn.
It's something.
It's interesting. Yeah.
It's definitely fucking something. Then there was After Love EP, which is a game I've had on my Steam wish list for probably a year now. Basically, it's a slice of life game about a guy who's trying to make music, and his girlfriend passes away, and now he's, trying to finish this thing and put his life together and all this other stuff while listening to what appears to be like her last words to him. So it looks...
It has rhythm game elements in it. It's got like other
simple ones,
sort of narrative. Yeah, simple ones, but and it's from some of the creators of Coffee Talk, and yeah,
it looked really good. I think I'm gonna really like that one when I get my hands on it. Then there was Phoenix
October,
Springs.
by the way. That's when that one's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then there's Phoenix Springs. It's a hand-drawn and colored artistic game. It's point and click, but instead of having objects that you're picking up, you're using thoughts and concepts instead. I felt that it was a bit too monotone for my liking, but it's very artsy-fartsy, so...
yeah.
Not a game for me, sadly. But the next one is Tides of Tomorrow. You play as someone trying to survive, and in this area, but that everyone wants you dead in. And more or less, you get to see like your friends and decide what actions they took, which can help you in the present. It's a very weird looking game, but it looks really fucking cool. Like the trailer showed
the Road 96 devs, so I'm interested in it.
Yeah, like the trailer showed the character basically being interrogated by what looks to be like a crime boss, more or less. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna deal with you because your friend stole something from me." And then you see like these blue ghosts of him and someone dressed like you, and a couple arrows, and they clicked one of them, and the person came around and put a knife down at the front of the desk, and suddenly, poof, there's a knife down there, and you're able to get it and free yourself. And then you get to choose what to do with the knife, whether you kill the guy or whether you escape or what have you. It just looks really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And that was sadly the end of Day of the Devs.
Devolver
Sounds like a
Direct
good show.
was a little bit shorter and weird and wonderful as per usual.
Those usually are short bursts of fucked up craziness.
Yeah. I mean, I would just recommend watching it. It's hard to even describe what was going on with the like sort of weird horror mixed with the animation, mixed with cult fanaticism of Volvi, the Devolver mascot that they now have.
Yeah,
And
that stuff I
weird birthday
completely
party.
ignored.
Yeah, that was that.
So I was
no,
like,
I love
get
that
it.
stuff. That's. But they announced the Cult of the Lamb local co-op Unholy Alliance coming out August 12th.
Nice.
Yep. So that's pretty cool. I think that one was local co-op only, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's local.
Yeah. It's a shame. Then there was Crush House,
Which is like a reality dating show.
I think it's more like Big Brother, but you
Yeah.
play as like the narrator person who's like, "Oh, this is what happens today," and you can change basically what happens in the show by doing that to try and keep ratings high. Not really a thing for me.
Yeah.
What did you think of it? Yeah. Okay, fair. Then there was Tenjitsu, which I'm
Beat 'em up action roguelite, maybe?
it reminded me a lot of
Dead
Hotline
Cells.
Miami.
Yeah.
Basically, you play as a very attractive woman in a suit who is very done listening to people, apparently, and decides that the best way to deal with this is through my favorite way: maximum use of violence. So, yeah. It reminded me a lot of Hotline Miami, so I am very for this. It's very fast paced. You're kicking the shit out of people, shooting them up.
Bro saying the animation for Tenjitsu was really cool.
Yes, so cool. This was one of the two games in this that I was super fucking stoked for. Not at all because you're playing as an attractive redheaded woman in a suit. Totally. No, not at all. Ruby Rose hasn't ruined me.
I was excited for the next one. Talos Principle 2 has a Road to Elysium DLC as a trilogy of expansion stories. Comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
In each one of them, you get to visit new locations.
Yep.
So a lot more, Easter eggs for everybody to find because the devs are
on here.
Fucking obsessed with
game.
Easter eggs. Yeah, I really like the game in gameplay, but for some reason, the visual design of the Talos Principle games just mess up my eyes so bad, and I don't know why. Which is a fucking shame, because it's fucking fantastic games to play. Then there was Angerfoot.
Yeah. Shoe-based action game?
It's a first-person shooter, but you also do a lot of kicking and stuff in it. And
does that make it a shooter?
A shooter.
If I could hit you, Joe, I would hit you.
Good.
And basically, the shoes you decide to wear give you different upgrades. Like some of them can let you walk on water, others allow you to run through fire, stuff like that. It's so fucking weird looking.
Yeah, it comes out July 11th.
Nice.
Okay. And then the other game that I was kind of interested in, Possessors. It's an action platformer, and it just has an interesting visual design.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that was it, I think.
Yeah,
What-
that was just wrapped up the show with more weird, and it didn't entirely make a whole bunch of sense, but it was lovely to
It
watch.
never makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
I think that's
Check
kind
the
of the
look.
point of that one is it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, it reminded
Alright.
me of a clip from like Adult Swim called "Too Many Cooks."
Oh yeah.
It was kind of like that in some ways, and that's the only other way I can really describe it. It had that same creepy feel to it.
Fair. I can't argue with that. That I see that. Yeah.
All right. So, any other conferences to discuss?
I did look at the Ubisoft Forward for like 5 minutes, and they announced Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake is coming in 2026, and that was the only takeaway I had from that.
Ooh,
I figured that was exciting news, but yeah, it's still
I'm
a ways
stoked
off.
for that.
Yeah, I figured you would be.
I assume that's also where they showed more of the Assassin's Creed stuff.
Possibly, and I totally spaced on it because I think I just was like done. Apparently, I missed a showcase announcement for Goat Sim 3 Multiverse of Nonsense DLC,
Ooh.
and I'm super hyped for that. That needs to happen. I love that
Nice.
game. So,
I
yeah.
do too. I still need to go and finish that. I think I only have like one achievement left in that game.
You get to poop at the end. It's great. Like when you get all the other things, you just get to poop everywhere. It's fabulous.
You do. That was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it
That was
I'm
what, for your
excited.
2 mil?
It was for my 2 mil, and I had like a beautiful fairy princess goat thing going on with like shiny wings, and I just walked around pooping on everything, and it was fabulous.
Nice. I still need to collect the 200 or whatever trophies or whatever the fuck it was that you needed to collect in that game. I think that's the last achievement I actually need in it.
Yeah.
All right.
God, that's gonna take forever.
I do have just 3 more little news bits before we get to reviews. The first is some sad news. Sumo Group is reducing their staff by up to 15% across all of their studios, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Visions of Mana got an August 29th release date.
I'm
Ooh.
excited for that. I
Available
actually
for pre-order
I-
now.
I
Alright.
saw that and forgot about it, and that makes me sad. I'm sorry. Brought that up myself. That looks. The trailer for that looked so cool. I've never played any of those games, but that looked so cool looking.
I hope Square surprises us with like Collection of Mana or Trials of Mana. Give us a couple
You're
other
asking
games
an
in the
awful
series.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting
I
for the
love
Pixel
Collection.
remasters.
You're asking for an awful
I know.
lot. We're lucky we get anything at this
I
point,
just
okay?
want Square to give us some fucking games.
Yeah.
You know, it might happen. The person in charge seems like they're pretty pro that at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
But yeah, I'll believe it when I fucking see it. And that'll be when pigs
there were
fucking
rumors
fly.
that 16 was going to be at the Xbox showcase and it wasn't. So
Hey,
we'll see
maybe
if
that's
that
one
ever
of the
happens.
things they could have added and chose not to. Who knows?
maybe we'll hear at Tokyo Game Show or Gamescom or who knows.
Yeah.
Last bit of news I have is the PlayStation Plus game catalog update for June. The extra game catalog got Monster Hunter Rise, Football Manager 2024, Crusader Kings 3, Monster Energy Supercross 6, After Us, Anno 1800, Police Simulator Patrol Officers, Far Cry 4, Lego The Hobbit, and Lego The Incredibles. That's a hell of a month for them.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then premium. Not only are they getting classics now, but they're getting a VR title. Kayak
Ooh.
VR Mirage for PSVR 2 is now, or I believe it's the 18th, I think, will be available for premium members. And then the classics games, they have Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy for PSP, Daxter for the PSP, and Ghost Hunter from the PS2.
Nice.
Yeah. So a lot of good stuff popping up on PlayStation. But anyone else have any other news? Jacob, any news on your end?
I do not.
Holy crap, I was more useful than Jacob this time.
You usually tend to be more useful than me, so
Broken clock twice a day, all that jazz.
I mean, not in news and reviews, yes, but not in news. Usually, you're a hell of a lot more useful in news than I am.
I mean, did we talk about City Skylines 2?
No.
Oh, players were complaining about not being able to afford rent, and so the devs looked into it, and the only real solution was to get rid of landlords. So now everyone
Art imitates life.
So what their solution is now is that like the characters in the game or whatever, however it's determined, like the NPCs or whatever, they just all pay an equal share essentially into a co-op. So kill your landlords, communism rules.
I concur. Congratulations, folks.
All right, should we get to reviews?
Oh, I had one more thing.
Oh, go for it.
Just that EA is closing Battlefield 3, 4, and Hardline servers in the 360 in November.
Damn. That sucks.
Yep.
What games
Battlefield
are coming
3
to Game
is
Pass?
compatible, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think one of them is backwards compatible, but I'm not sure which.
It's 3.
3 is because Hardline and what was the
Or
other
had
one?
an Xbox One native versions.
Yeah. So those are not backwards compatible. Also, Madden announced the cover athlete for Madden 25, Christian McCaffrey of the 49ers.
Jazzy. All right, Aki, what was your question?
What games are coming to Game Pass?
I think we covered that last week, didn't we?
I think we did.
Okay.
I don't know. Octopath 1 and 2.
Okay.
Still Wakes the Deep is coming June 18th. I know you're hyped for that one.
Ooh. Okay. Good.
And then we got Callisto Protocol.
Nice.
Izonso joined. I'm just trying to look at the main menu on my dashboard. Yeah, Callisto Protocol for both consoles, Izonso World War 1, Octopath 1 and 2, and Still Wakes the Deep.
Okay, cool.
Those were the games. And then something
Not
on
bad, not
PC.
No one cares about that, though.
That's what it was.
Yep.
All right, review time?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
All right, first game tonight. We usually go in like price order, but this week we're going with just my favorite game. Hidden Cats in Paris, developed by Nukearts Studio, published by Silesia Games, released June 12th on Series X and S and Xbox One for $2.99. Cats, kittens, kitties, and other fuzzballs are hidden around the Parisian landscape, each waiting to be found. Take a relaxing stroll around Paris. Every cat you spot brings its unique splash of color into the scenery, and finding them all will fill the city with life. Bri, tell us about your time with Hidden Cats in Paris.
So yeah, Hidden Cats are back, this time in Paris, with over 600 cats and more to find.
Yay!
We get a
$3.
beautiful
What
cat
do you say? No.
Yeah, I know, right? We get a beautiful cat-themed Paris with the Eiffel Tower, l'Arc de Triomphe, Notre Dame, as well as other cat-themed cafes and a cabaret. Once you complete a section, you find all the cats in an area. It'll color in so you can narrow down your search. And when you finish the level, you get music and fireworks, and the whole thing is beautifully colored in, and it's a lovely scene to look on. There are 2 modes, normal, with 100 cats that are in predetermined locations, and then the advanced with 150 cats in random positions, plus city people and special cats to find, 8 of them, in fact. When you unlock the special cats, you get to unlock bonus levels, like the Louvre and Versailles. In the bonus levels, there are some hidden cats behind things or in things, but this time things wiggle to help you find them, which was a nice addition. I don't think was in the previous games where things are hidden in. You just kind of had to guess. As per usual, your city people are like interesting on the theme. So we have Asterix and Obelix. We have Napoleon. There's a mime, Joan of Arc. There are limited hints to help you find cats if you get really stuck. Comes with colorblind mode and dark mode, so you don't have to hurt your eyes looking for the cats. I feel like you can't go wrong with the series, and I can't wait for more. It's a buy.
Any other cool stuff about the game? My biggest gripe, I gotta admit, I do have a gripe with this game.
Okay.
The achievements are front-loaded.
They are a little bit, yes.
Like, you get so many achievements through, like, the first 200 cats, and then the last, like, 400, it's like 3 achievements.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that. That's my only gripe with the game. That
didn't bother me too much. Yeah.
But for $3, it's a win. I think it's worth the extensive cost.
I do. I can't wait for more of them. I know they've got. I know, right?
The moment I saw it on the store, I'm like, I'm fucking buying this.
Yeah, and there's more coming on Steam, and hopefully we'll be getting to console as well. I know they have like a Berlin, I think, is one. So yeah, there's more coming.
Cool beans. All right, next up, Roxy Raccoon's Pinball Panic. Oh wait, we got a button for that. There we go.
Let's join Ball Squad.
Yeah, we got to join Ball Squad. Roxy Raccoon's Pinball Panic, developed by Sinomod Studios and eastasiasoft, published by eastasiasoft, released June 12th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5 for $9.99. When a power-hungry, egotistical witch spreads her dark magic across the land, it's up to one raccoon to stop her. Play as Roxy, an adventurous young cub, as she rolls through 9 unique worlds in story mode, hoping to put an end to the witch's dastardly plans. Roxy Raccoon's Pinball Panic is a retelling of the original 3D platformer, this time told through an energetic and unique pinball format. Bri, tell us about Roxy Raccoon's Pinball Panic.
So yeah, I started out with the story mode, which, we kind of just covered as a powerful witch. She's bored and spreading her curse throughout the land and turning things into pinball tables, I guess. Roxy the Raccoon picks up some magic and turns into a pinball and racks up score to defeat the witch's curse. You do have the option to be a ball instead of a rolled up raccoon, but why when you could have something different? Like, there's even slightly different positions you can curl up into. There's also other characters you can unlock later down the road that I guess also can be balls. There's 12 different characters. There's other raccoons, there's dogs, there's hummingbirds and rabbits. In story mode, you have, to get to the next level, you have to get a certain score minimum to progress, which I thought was, just a pretty simple way to address that. There are about 25 tables and or variants to explore. Holiday-themed ones, there's a Western one, a spooky one, a futuristic neon one, and there's a whole bunch I can't even see because you have to unlock them by playing other things. Each table has 3 witches trials, like getting all the gems. They're just added challenges. Some of the achievements are tied to this as well, if you're looking for achievements trophies. Getting certain objectives, like hitting all the cones on the side of the table, or, hitting a tire so many times, or a spinner so many times in the level might be the trial. Different levels have different gimmicks. There was one table with a backward flipper. So your left bumper controlled the right side flippers, or the ball is released through a cannon in the middle instead of launching from the plunger on the side.
Ooh.
There's an entire other mode of mini games called Rapid Ryan's Arcade. He's one of the rabbits, I think. And there was a memory game. There was pachinko. There was all sorts of just I don't even know how to describe some of the mini games, but that was just a neat little addition on a theme. Where you use a ball to do different things, or not, in the case of the memory game. Let's talk about controls. Flippers are on bumper on the controller instead of trigger, which is less comfortable for me, but I guess it gives a tactile feel that's more realistic.
I'm a bumper user, so that's fine with me.
Yeah. The handle pull is not tactile at all, though. On some games, you can pull the right stick to simulate. Here, you just push the A button for the plunger. You can tap the button for a slightly lighter pull, but most of the time you're holding down the button for a full pull. I tried to play with it, and it does have an analog to it of sorts, depending on how long you hold it down, but it didn't really feel like it made much of a difference.
All right, I think we're back. I had an audio hiccup there, so I all my audio dropped for no reason.
Oh,
but I don't know if it recorded what you said or if it's just a gap. So what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying there's a tilt for the table, You can nudge the table left to right or forward depending on which buttons you use, X, Y, or B. There was a gap? Okay.
Yeah. Yay. Thanks, computer.
All right.
It was just like 10 seconds. It's nothing big.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we got that all together, and if not, I will keep my notes.
Well, it's a 10. Did you have more to say, or are you ready to...
I was kind of going into my final thing. Like, the menus were a little hard to navigate because the buttons weren't a good contrast or there was no indicator. But they gave you plenty of tutorial info and options in the game. And I'm not like a pinball aficionado, nor am I even that good at pinball, but I really like it. And so for the price, I would say it's a really nice package of pinball for the casual player like myself.
Cool. Well, it is $9.99. Your thoughts officially on that?
I would say it's a buy it. It was a fun game.
Cool. It is on sale for the next 2 weeks, at least on Xbox, for $7.99.
Nice.
You could save $2 if you are interested in checking it out. I asked our good friend Stemage what he thought. I showed him the trailer, and he's like, wow, those tables look kind of empty. But, you know, they can't all be Zen. And this is a $10 package for a shitload of content. So I think it sounds like it's a winner. And that's why I said
I put it for like a casual player. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, Bri, that is it for you. Only an hour late tonight.
Yeah. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I expected it to be long. I'm not super worried. So
very cool. Are you sailing again tonight?
I am. I believe that is the plan. I'm sure they're all, having a fun time running a 4-man ship without me. Oh yeah, they're ready to invite me already. No, yeah. Lloyd is probably listening to the show and is like, oh, they're wrapping up. Invite her.
Well, then we will let you get going. Do you have any final words?
I do, on the theme of Sea of Thieves. Don't forget to use the buddy system. It reduces your chances of getting bit by a shark by at least 50%.
Yay. Have a good one, Bri.
Have a good night, everybody.
See ya.
All right, next up, Magical Drop 6, developed by Highball Games, Storm Trident, and Forever Entertainment, published by Forever Entertainment and TA Publishing, released June 14th on Xbox One, Series X and S, PS4, PS5 for $29.99. Follow the story, battle a cast of whimsical characters, set new records, solve puzzles, engage your friends and family in local multiplayer, or compete against players from all around the world through online play. Jacob, tell us about your time with Magical Drop 6.
So Magical Drop 6 is apparently a long-running, competitive puzzle game. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, when I first looked it up, it seemed like a lot like Puzzle Fighter, Super Puzzle Fighter Turbo, from way back in the day. And there is a storyline to this whole thing, but if you're looking for understanding as to what the heck is going on and who everyone is, if you're a newbie like me, because I've never played one of these games before, you're going to need Wikipedia, because the game is just like, all right, well, we assume you've been with us for the rest of them, so we're just going to continue the story right where we left off. And I'm like, what? None of this makes sense. So anyway.
Good thing is these games aren't about the story. It's about the gameplay.
Yeah, thankfully. And so what it is you have this character at the bottom of your screen who you tell to catch and release these balls, which will then...
Wait, balls?
Yes, balls. But anyways, so when you release them back up to the ceiling, if you have if you have 3 or more of those balls in the same area, it will make them disappear. And hopefully you're going to be dumping them on your opponent. But Joe had warned me ahead of time that, by the way, this is really competitive. I mean, really competitive. And I was like, oh, I played Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, or whatever the heck this
Did you get your ass kicked?
All the time. All the friggin' time.
Yep.
The game, and I even have it on easy, and the game's just like, no, nerd. And so I have just been in like I mean, I have won a few of them, but it is a constant state of losing for me. And so I did end up, like, the game does have other modes, thankfully. In case you weren't just into the story, there is, like, friendly competition ones where you can have somebody on your couch. I didn't get to play anybody online, but there are also single puzzles, which thankfully were more along my speed. However, the game does still have a timer, and so it's just like, come on, buddy, get through this.
Yeah. The hardest part with this game is that it's very combo based. The way the gameplay works is you pull the balls and you have to match at least 4 or more. And the main thing you've got to do is, in the brief seconds that those orbs are disappearing, you have to drop matching colors on top of it so that when they disappear, they drop down and combo onto other orbs. And the pro players at this will just combo. Our good friend Rez is insane at this game. There's a story we used to tell at one of our old house parties. He challenged the house to Magical Drop 3 on a modded Xbox. And he's like, I can beat everyone in this house, no matter what. And he set the terms that he would play 50 matches and he would win every single one. I beat him on match 50.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's how long it took. We wore him down, but I won.
I can see, I mean, like, when you're just playing against the AI, you can see how insane this thing gets, because the AI, like, does not hold back its punches on you. As I said, even on easy mode, it's combo. And, like, I remember the first time I played, my match was over before I had really even figured out what the heck I was doing, because the tutorial is also not that great. It's essentially reading a video game manual. It doesn't give you like a practice round or anything like that. It's just like, all right, this is what this does. Have fun. You're going to die.
Yep.
So do I think that a game like this is worth it? Absolutely. Just understand like what you're getting into with this. Like, this is not a simple game. It is not a relaxation game. I mean, maybe for some weirdo, like, psycho guy, like, this is relaxing for them, but this is a tough as nails puzzle game, and you better be ready.
And it's a bit on the pricey side for a puzzle game. It clocks in at $30. If you're a Magical Drop fan, you probably already own it and you didn't wait for us. I'm going to say, if you're a newbie to puzzle games or a newbie to Magical Drop, I would look at one of the ACA Neo Geo Magical Drops and try one of those for a cheaper price to see if the gameplay is your style or not. If it is at $30, I think this is worth it. I love Magical Drop, and this is it's great.
Yeah. I honestly, I mean, what you just suggested is a great thing. I mean, do I think it's worth $30? Absolutely. But as I said, you better be ready for the competitive nature of this thing, because it will not go easy on you. I'd hate to see what the expert like what the expert difficulty is like, because it's probably just like, all right, you made one move, you're done. Like,
remember Rez playing Justin Wong. People might know him from his Street Fighter days, but he played him at MagFest at Magical Drop 3 like 15 years ago. Way back in the day. That was fun to watch. They're good. Anyway, next game, Chornobyl Liquidators, developed by Live Motion Games, published by Frozenway, released June 6th on Steam for $19.99. Chornobyl Liquidators is not a fantastic tale of exploring the zone. It's a story about real people facing a real threat, the CNPP disaster. Invisible radiation, KGB, difficult moral choices. Do you have enough courage and strength to take on this challenge? Aki, did you have the courage and strength to take on the challenge?
Maybe. Okay. So, in this, you're playing as people cleaning up Chernobyl. If you're wondering why it's called Chernobyl Liquidators instead of Cleaners or something, it's because that is the actual name of the group of people. They were called the Chernobyl Liquidators. Basically, it was a civil service unit that was made up of all sorts of groups of people, from firefighters to EMS, all sorts of stuff. And they came in and started cleaning up the day that, even the very day that it exploded, they were in there fighting the fires. And that's where the game starts. You play through a few different people in there, trying to get the fires under control and get into the building and stuff. And you see them drop like fucking flies, yo. Because they die from acute radiation and just keel over fucking dead. And then it fast forwards a bit, and you get to play as the actual character of the game, who is, again, just a random person, and you're there just cleaning the place, scrubbing up the floors from radioactive dust, spraying air particles so they fall onto the ground, and so on and so forth, so they can be cleaned up, stuff like that. And it turns out some KGB assholes show up, and they're looking for someone who can do their dirty work, i.e. they want a trained monkey that they can execute later, to go do stuff for them around the area. And your name was dropped because your friend is also your commanding officer, and he's like, well, you're the most useful, not stupid piece of shit on our team, so I gave him your name because, you're useful. And you're like, well, fuck you too. So the entire game has you shifting between doing jobs for the KGB, which is, find these files, destroy them because we don't want this information getting out, or find these files and destroy them so we can, blackmail people or what have you. KGB stuff because they're assholes. And you switches between doing that and you actually doing the cleaning work that you're supposed to be doing, which I find significantly more fun, actually, to be honest. And the great thing is, whilst you're doing this cleaning and the KGB is here, there's also a committee that has a member or members there, but one specific is your ex, and you can decide, I can do what the KGB wants me to do and actually destroy this stuff, which gives them a lot of power and prevents people from knowing anything, or I can keep this stuff and hand it over to this committee, which, could end up with the KGB learning about this and, suddenly I'm black-bagged and no one knows where I am ever again. So that becomes your choices. Do you do what the KGB wants, or do you hand all of this stuff over to this lady in the committee so she can get this information out to the public? And yeah, that's basically the entirety of this game, is you go to different locations doing different types of cleaning and just doing stuff for the KGB and then deciding, do I want to fuck over the KGB or not? And the answer is, you want to fuck over the KGB. I can't explain this enough to you. You want to fuck him over. Do it. You will need to play through this twice, because there is an achievement for sucking up to the KGB, and there is one for telling them to go fuck themselves, basically. So you will be expected to play through this game twice. Other than that, all the other achievements seems like they're, for doing basic stuff in the game. So it's not too hard achievement-wise. It's just a lot of finding collectibles and stuff, sadly. Which I haven't managed to find all of them. So, I'll find them eventually. And yeah, that's basically the entirety of the game. Is just it's a very simple game.
Oh, well, it clocks in at $20. What are your thoughts on it?
I I don't know. The moral dilemmas aren't particularly amazing. It's, do you want to work for the jackasses, or do you want to help the innocent people around you? Not really a moral choice. The gameplay is decent, except for when it decides it wants to do some platforming, because it's all first person, and the platforming's kind of shit. Thankfully, there's not very much of it. The cleaning is the most fun part of it to me, and you don't get to do enough of that, sadly. So I think maybe get it on a sale. Like a 50% off sale or something. Because it's just the most fun part of it is sadly not the part that's like 90% of the game, sadly.
All right. Well, moving on. Next game, The Hong Kong Massacre, developed by Vreski, published by Untold Tales. Released June 7th on Xbox One, Series X and S for $19.99. Blast your way through the streets of Hong Kong in a fast-paced top-down shooter. Inspired by classic action movies, The Hong Kong Massacre places you at the center of a hard-boiled revenge story filled with brutal cinematic shootouts in vivid underworld locations. Jacob, what is The Hong Kong Massacre?
So the Hong Kong Massacre is a top-down shooter that, I'm not going to lie, has very beautiful looking cutscenes, and the game might, the game might be able to take me to, exotic locales and stuff like that. But I wouldn't know, because the game's controls are really friggin' wonky with shooting, and any person that I ever managed to shoot, it felt more like pure damn luck than any actual skill. You use the left stick to move around and the right stick to, decide where you're going to be shooting. And you also have to open up doors and move your way around. And other times it's like, just waiting for somebody else to move into the area so you can get close enough to shoot them. But this is a game where you're going to be dying a lot. And I had high hopes for this. I really did. But the fact that, I'd rarely make it past, the first... honestly, for a lot of it, it was the first 4 people you had to shoot. I very rarely ever made it past them. And it's an incredibly frustrating game. And the art style's cool. That's really all I got for it. It's just,
What does it play similar to?
Theoretically, any other top-down shooter game that you play. I mean, honestly, Jurassic Park on the NES and Die Hard on the NES had about as good of top-down
current references.
This reminds me of Hotline Miami as well, except for with better visuals.
Honestly, Hotline Miami had better controls on this, and the thing is that the controls, there's a thing where you can control the sensitivity. It didn't help at all. And so at first I was like, oh, maybe I just have it set too high, or maybe it's set too low. Maybe this will help me move my guy. No, it literally did nothing. And yes, I realized that neither of my examples were timely, but those are some of the clunkiest top-down shooters with tank controls that I could think of. Heck, oh shoot, what was oh god, they're $5 Rataleka games. Do you remember what it was, Joe?
Help at all.
The guy that makes the ones with the zombies, and it's just you moving from point A to point B. We reviewed it 2 months ago. I forget what the heck it's called. That has better controls than this. It's all substance it's all style and very little substance, unfortunately. I'm hoping for a patch. I'm gonna leave it on my Xbox for the next few weeks, and hopefully the devs will make a patch for it and release a much better controls for it. But I don't know how else to put it. It's just no.
I have to assume there's going to be a patch coming, because if it didn't feel like the sensitivity did anything, there must be some bug with that.
I mean, I don't know if it's just because I'm playing on an Xbox Series X or what, but yeah. Like, maybe it runs better on Series S or Xbox One. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see that being a thing, but it clocks in at $20. We need a verdict.
In its current state, no.
All right. Any other thoughts?
Not on that one.
What about on life in general?
Oh, God. I'm waiting for the aliens to just, like, destroy the human race.
That makes
Come
sense.
on, guys. Come on.
Maybe in the next game. Next game, Creepy Tale, Some Other Place. Developed and published by Creepy Brothers. Released May 30th on Steam for $9.99. Creepy Tale is a mysterious adventure rich in riddles and eerie atmosphere. An autumn morning promised a quiet fishing trip, but events took Martin to some other place. Find the way home, uncover loads of secrets, and save everyone you can. Aki, what is Creepy Tale, Some Other Place?
Okay, this is a point-and-click game. And you play as a young man, and you're off to go fishing, and a monster shows up and gets your attention, and then steals your bucket full of fish, because he's a little bastard. And he jumps into a tree, and you follow him, because those are your damn fish, and apparently following a monster who stole your fish is better than just getting more fish out of the fucking lake. But you end up there, and it's basically the same place you just left, but all the plants are dying, and it's darker, and there's more monsters around, and you slowly keep going deeper and deeper by going down into wells, and the environment changes more and more each time, and you're just trying to find your fucking way out, because this little monster has disappeared. You don't know where this little shit went. So you don't know how to get out, but every time you're like, oh, this will get me out, everything just gets fucking worse. And then you find out, hey, there's actually people down here. I don't know if they're people from where we're from, but there's people down here, and I can save the pretty girl. So you go about trying to do that. And that is a majority of the game, because it is a fairly short game. It's like a 5-ish hour game at absolute best. And yeah, it's a simple little point and click. It's not too bad, not too hard. I'm pretty for it.
I say it wasn't that long. I'm looking at your Steam hours. You got like 10 hours in the thing.
I left it on while I ate a couple times. Yeah. Well, that happens a lot on my Steam games.
Well, it's only a $10 game. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm for it. It's a cute little game. I tend to like these types of games. They're pretty fun usually. The Creepy Tale games are not bad at all. So yeah, I'm totally for it.
Cool. Next up, POMBERO, The Lord of the Night, developed by Inside Studios, published by Waraní Studios, released June 7th on Xbox One, Series X and S for $12.99. Footage-style first-person game where you're a journalist who returns to his country in search of answers about the death of his mother. This investigation will lead him to discover his origin in a place far from the world where terror lurks. Jacob, what is going on in POMBERO, The Lord of the Night?
That's a good question, because you can't see shit in this game. And
a dark one?
It is a super dark one. And do you think that there's anything to adjust the brightness in this game? Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I nearly, the best part is that I nearly messaged you earlier this week, and I was like, yo, could you please email the devs? Like, I'm going to need a guide on this thing or something, because I can't figure out, like, I was initially stuck in the opening hallway, like, where you start. And, like, it's like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, well, you have to find the key, and it's just like, no, like, I'm going through the whole hallway, I'm looking and ducking, or not ducking, but crouching, looking at every single thing, and it's just like nothing is popping up for me to even like click on. I'm hopping back into the elevator, opening and closing the doors. Maybe the game wants me to go to a different floor. There is no different floor. And finally, I find it underneath a rug, which I had to get my right stick to just move ever so correctly just to find it. I get the door open, and then I have to go through this apartment, which, like, again, you're just like randomly clicking on stuff, trying to figure out like what the hell you're supposed to be looking for, because of course the game doesn't tell you. And I don't know if that's a translation error or not, like error, but like oversight. Like maybe in like the original language, like, you know, it was like you have to like find the key, which is down the sink or something like that. Like, and it's just like you just have to find the key. Like, I ended up having to go up on YouTube and watch somebody play this game just so I could figure out what the crap I was supposed to be doing. And the Steam forum for this thing is just like, it's devoid. It's all these people being like, "Oh, this is a great walking simulator horror game. The plot was really good." And I'm just like, heck if I know. Like, because I'm trying to solve all these damn puzzles just so I can get to the next room and figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be looking at. This is an incredibly frustrating experience for me, and I would hope that that the devs are willing to polish this up a little bit more.
And what would you do to update it?
Honestly, be able to change the brightness in this thing. It is too damn dark to figure, like, especially like if you're supposed to be looking for something as small as like a key in this game, like either that or else just like make like the collision box that, you know, tells you, hey, there's a key here, make it bigger or something. It's really frustrating having to look at all, like, to just be doing like so much random clicking, hoping that you can figure out what the heck the next thing is supposed to be.
Yeah, pixel hunting.
Yeah, essentially. And from what I got to play, I mean, it's like the plot seems like it could be pretty cool, but it's just, I don't want to say it was like a lazy PC port, like a lazy PC to Xbox port, but that's kind of what it feels like with this. There's definitely some work that can be done if anything, it's really the visuals that need to be improved the most on this. I know some people on the Steam forums were complaining about like how there's just like, it uses like a ton of assets, like pre-purchased assets, like to make all the objects in the game and stuff like that. I don't care. I just want to be able to know where the heck I'm supposed to be able to click. Like,
that's fair.
Yeah. I was disappointed, but this is a game that, you know, if there's some changes made to it later on, like it's a definite check it out, because it seems like it's going in it, like the plot goes in an interesting place, but until then, you're just clicking in the darkness.
Well, as it stands, it's $13. What's your verdict?
In its current state, no. But, you know, if changes are made, it's worth giving a second look.
Cool. All right, next game. Aki, does it get the intro?
Yeah, go ahead.
SML After Dark.
Well, wait, aren't I reviewing like a DLC thing? Like, don't we do that before the porn games?
This isn't really a porn game.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Gotcha.
It's a sim. Orgynizer, developed and published by LizardFactory, released October 22 on Steam for $2.99.
Sorry, what? Orgy what?
Orgynizer. Like organizer?
But for orgies.
Yes.
And this is not a porn.
Let me read the description, you dingus.
All right.
Bare Essentials DLC released April 4th for $2.99. Organize amazing swinger parties and match people, activities, rooms, and toys for an explosive evening. A lighthearted, sex-positive puzzle ramp that also supports a good cause. Aki, what is Orgynizer?
Okay. In Orgynizer, basically, you are playing as somebody who organizes more orgies. Apparently, you have been talking to some lady who usually does it, and she scoffs, like, you think you can do this? Try it. And then I did it, and she's apparently shit at her job, because I did it pretty easily. Shocker, the pervert's good at this. And yeah, basically what happens is you're shown a house, and it has X amount of rooms. As you continue, the amount of rooms grow, amount of floors grow, and you're given a number of people, and each one of these people has certain things that they want, be it they want to be in this room or one of these rooms, or they don't want to be in this other room or on this floor, or they want to be with one specific person, or they're just not feeling it with this other person. So you have to go through all this information and figure out where to place each individual. And later on, you're also given, like, types of sex play that you can do, be it hard bondage, cuckolding.
We should point out, this is all done in, like, 8-bit pixel style.
Yeah. It's fantastic. So you have all these different types of sex plays. You have to figure out who wants what, and so on and so forth. And eventually you also unlock toys like, ball gags and blindfolds, things like that. And, certain people want to be with certain other people. They want to be in certain rooms. They want certain objects, so on and so forth. And you just have to match them up.
Like Clue.
Yeah, except for significantly more fun and a hell of a lot more ranchy. And as the game continues, obviously it gets harder because you got more people, more items, more sex stuff that you can do, and more people to fit in each room. At the very beginning, it starts off with you get like 4 people, and you're just matching twosomes up, basically. And very quickly, it moves into, here's some sex toys, here's some sex things you can do. Oh, here, now you can fit 3 people in a room, or, 2 people in a room, and an activity for the room. Or now here's 4 people, or here's 5 things you can do in a room. And yeah, it gets real hard real quick, and so do the dudes, I'm sure. And there's 40 levels to the game. I got to like level 33, 34, and then I kind of gave up because at that point there was so much information to track on any individual that levels were taking me like a half hour.
Oh, jeez.
To get through, yeah. I think it took me, to get through the first 10 levels, I think took me like 2 hours.
So it gets complex.
Yeah.
Or
by
would
the
that
time
be complex?
Complex. Yeah. And for anyone who's like, well, what's this DLC? It adds nudity to the game. And by that, I mean, basically, you see the character's head, and some of them you can see a fragment of their upper torso, and they take off their shirts, and that's it.
Well, that's disappointing.
I know, right? It's so sad. Occasionally,
we should mention in the mature content description on Steam, it says the game contains no actual pornographic content. The game also comes in a Twitch stream YouTube safe mode, and all pieces of music are ready for streaming, so you don't have to fear the ban hammer. And if you want the DLC, the nudity, there is the DLC for that.
Yeah, and the nudity is occasionally you can see a couple of the female characters. You can sometimes see a couple of their tits.
It is.
Yeah. Most of them you cannot because their character isn't high enough up in the screen to show it. The YouTube/Twitch safe mode, basically it removes obviously the ability for them to go naked. It stops them from moaning. And there is a lot of that. It also switches up some of the icons of the sex things that you can do, and it renames all of them. So, for instance, one of the activities you can do is butt stuff, and it's a picture of a peach, because that's the adage. And when you turn on the safe mode, it still is a peach, but it's eating peaches instead. That way it's safer work.
That seems filthier.
Yes, it does. It so much does. And then for like vanilla sex, it's a picture of a vanilla plant, which is a flowering plant. And when it's in safe mode, it's smelling flowers. Lots of them do not change the actual picture of the item, but the picture of the item just has double meanings usually. It does change ice play, which is an ice cube. It turns it into an ice cream cone, and it changes it to eating ice cream. That's other than that, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what they changed the sex toys into, because I never noticed any of those, because I mostly played that on earlier levels because there was an achievement for doing that. And I didn't want to bother doing that in the later levels because I had too much shit to worry about to fiddle with that in those levels. But as you play through the game, every so often it unlocks new people that get added into it. I'm shocked they haven't been sued for this, but like there's one of the first ones you unlock is like artists, and Bob Ross is one of them. Just straight up, it is Bob Ross. There's a couple others. They get furries in there. You get monsters, like you got Dracula, witches, Frankenstein.
Jeez.
You get Christmas-based ones. So you get Nicholas, Saint Nick, Santa Claus, Frosty the Snowman. It's some weird shit.
Well, we should point out, for as weird as it is, all proceeds from the game go directly to Planned Parenthood, which is really fucking cool. The game clocks in at $3. The DLC clocks in at $3. What are your thoughts on all that?
Play both of them. The pixelated nudity is funny, and all the money's going to a good cause. And I think I put like 12, 13 hours into this probably to 100% it, and I didn't even finish all the levels. So because a lot of the achievements none of them are for actually beating levels. They're for doing X amount of things, like get 11 different nights where you got proper spankings in, or something like that. So the achievements are pretty easy. I think it's a really fun little logic puzzle game. So if you're into logic puzzles and the pixelated nudity is amusing to you, 100% get this. It is a fantastically fun little time. I will probably try to get through all 40 levels at some point, because I do enjoy the logic puzzles.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
All right, we got one final game to talk about tonight, and that is DLC for Construction Simulator called the Stadium Expansion. Developed by weltenbauer Software, published by Astragon Entertainment, released June 6th. This DLC for Construction Simulator 22 for $12.99. Ready, set, goal. Wait a second. For thrilling soccer matches, you'll need an equally impressive venue. And the Stadium Expansion for Construction Simulator is your chance to build a stadium, including related facilities. Jacob, what's going on in the DLC for Construction Sim?
So, in case you didn't pick up Construction Sim, that is a game that is somewhat of a simulation of doing, what do you think? Well, I mean, you can choose colors sometimes, but building things, construction, and sometimes demolishing stuff too.
That makes sense.
So anyway, in case you enjoyed that, which that game was a lot of lifting things up and putting them down. This is going to be more of it, but the added bonus is that there are a lot more different kinds of buildings and sites that you can work at. Now, this is limited to the EU side of the map for the game, and so if you are, in case you didn't already start the the European Union side of the campaign, you're going to have to start up a new character and start working on that. But thankfully, once you go past the tutorial, you can just go right ahead and start up on this job. But yeah, so big, huge soccer stadium has to get built, and that means that tons of other stuff has to get built too. That means signs, the stadium itself, pedestrian walkways, like buildings that go alongside the stadium. And also, you have to get the materials from point A to point B and then correctly install them all yourself. And so this is going to be like a total of 20 to 30 hours, supposedly, of new content for this game. And I'm not going to lie, like, I mean, the first game I thought was kind of enjoyable. The controls can be a little wonky, but like, as long as you're willing to put in the work and figure out like what you're supposed to do with it, I had a good time with that. This one is pretty much more of the same. But I did enjoy the fact that it was just, it's a lot more, there's a lot more to it. You know, more buildings, and more stuff that you get to do. It, like, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just like, did you like Construction Simulator? Because if you did, then you're going to like this. If you didn't, then I don't know how this is going to sway you, because it's a lot more with just more buildings.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's $13. What do you think?
If you like Construction Simulator, or you were wondering about hopping in on it, like, yeah, this is like, honestly, I think it's a good addition to the game. But if you're not a fan of these types of games, then no.
That's
I mean,
fair.
it's worth. Yeah, it's worth the money. It's definitely worth what you're going to spend on it.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Well, speaking of spending, there is also a year 2 season pass for $24.99 that includes this and a handful of other packs, including new machines, cosmetics, this campaign, bonus pickup truck, some other stuff. And there's
You might as well.
There's a titanium upgrade pack that includes the first season pass as well. And that one is $44.99. Or you could get the whole kit and caboodle with the game and the titanium edition content for $74.99. The game itself, I believe, clocks in at $39.99.
I was going to say, I thought it was a $40 game when it came out.
Yeah, it's $39.99 for the base game. So
honestly, like, I mean, this is geared toward a very specific type of gamer. But if you're into this kind of stuff, then yeah, honestly, go for the $70 edition if you haven't bought into it already.
Cool.
If you have, then, I mean, then get this too.
All right. Sounds good. All right, we are done. That is it for this episode. We made it through. It was a long one. That's what she said. Thanks to you two for being here through the whole thing. Thanks to Bri for coming on, doing her thing, sticking around a whole extra hour because we talked about fucking conferences for how long. Music this episode. Let's play some more EarthBound because I like EarthBound.
Okie dokie.
Does anyone have any final words to end the show?
Get to fisting.
Did you say it's a fisting or get to fisting?
Get to fisting.
Oh, all right.
Bye.